You'll have to excuse the surrounding mess here, and I've got Mr. Crow. Well, in order to save him putting it into the water dish, as he often does, and then he leaves it in a sort of mess for the other birds that want to have a drink or a bath. I've soaked this bread, but it's not lasted very long in that sunshine, so you'll not come down when I'm here, but as soon as I depart you'll be down for a feast, and then the pigeon will be down. Myself and the pigeon are getting on really fine. There was two of them, as I always say, two of them come in May, and they've been. But the pigeon, I startled him a few evenings when I was down feeding on the oatmeal, and anyway, he was on the roof of the property, so I had a couple of moments with him, and I tossed him up a few grains onto the roof, and he realised then that I wasn't trying to startle him. It just happened I was busy and I needed to, exit the back door and come into the garden for various reasons. So he's understanding this, and he's now quite happy just to settle and feed away when I'm busy, just like the robin does. The robin was here just a few moments ago, and the robin was as close as this structure which I've been drying out. It was in I've got all these tiles that I've washed. There's plenty loads of them, so I've washed them all, and they're all getting baked in the sun to dry off, and then I'm stacking them up, and I'm not going to use them myself. I'm going to probably just see if anyone's got any use for them. There's quite a lot of them, and anyway, I'm drying these off, and so they're in this bunker. But what's happened is the bunker inside, there's water gathered at the bottom. It's nowhere to run, and I don't want to puncture the bunker itself, so once this lot's dried off, I'll raise the bunker roof, and I've tidied it really well. I'll probably show you that actually. It's all neat and tidy inside now, but there's this sort of layer of stagnant water at the bottom. So what I did was I took in a lot of those wooden battens. Remember the last year when I constructed this, which caused problems for my friend the robin's nest. Well, I had some spare of the material to put on the top. Anyway, it's all inside. I can't lift it just now, obviously. So everything's there, but this is now going to get boxed up. These are the dry ones. I've got loads of them, and I'll stick them in the shed, which is remains watertight, you see. And then if I hear of anybody that's wanting tiles, I'll say, well, I'll give you them for a very decent price. In fact, I'll probably give them for 25% of the true cost, in all honesty, to get rid of them. But anyway, this little structure of mine that I started a few years back, and that was the whole point of me talking about all this, actually, was because of this. This was also soaking, despite being wrapped in decent plastic and in a box. It was obviously getting wet, so it's been drying for the last couple of days, including the roof. And I hadn't finished the roof because well, the problem was that I lost motivation. Sometimes I do that in the winter. I lose motivation for what I'm doing, and so these are the beams, and then I'll finish it off with heather. But anyway, I built this, so, and as I say, it's okay. It's dry now, and I built this house for the fairies, and I'm going to put it somewhere here on the level, and there's windows at this side as well. I've put in, you see, I don't know if you can see this, Eddie. But, the glue that you see, I've got a special pointing cement that I've got. It's for the really fine stonework. So that's in the cupboard, and then I'll mix it up. Once I'm satisfied that the roof's complete, I'll then go around everything and point it all with this very, very fine cement, which will cover the glue stains. It was going to be too tricky to do it all with cement from the start, was because well, I don't really have a workshop, I understand. I've only got my kitchen, so I had this sat on top of my kitchen table for the whole week while I was doing it. I'm very pleased with it actually. It's you know, it turned out pretty grand, and it's, I mean, I thought about the mouse. I thought maybe the mouse would want to live there, inside there, and then I just thought, well, let's just do it for the fairies. And I think it will be occupied by somebody. I'm not sure who. Probably slugs, but I mean, I might even decide to keep it on display somewhere. I've got this little corner window. I don't know if you can see this, and that was for the mouse to look out. You know, when it's wondering where I am with its. It also loves oatmeal. I've got such grand footage. It's all stored away in some hard drive, but I've got loads of footage of the mouse out here, particularly in the winter months when it's a fine day. It'll sneak out and it'll rummage around and it'll nibble upon the oatmeal that I've left for the birds. But, so this stone structure will last a long time, including the roof structure, which, as I say, is still to be finished. This will have to be cut out. There was originally going to be a, where is it, any? Bear with me. This was the chimney for the property, you see. Gee, it's all getting mucky. But the chimney was going to be sitting like that, you see. And I think the design was pretty good, Annie, and you know, I thought about things, and I mean, I might finish off the whole job, and then next year I might present it at some of these country fairs and said, if you want one of these made, it'll cost you a couple £100 or something, you know. There's always somebody looking for something quite bespoke, you see. But, anyway, that's my property I had, which probably is a scale model of my final house. I'll probably live in the mountains somewhere, which I'll build from stone and you know, any available larch. I mean, if I can build them in Alaska single-handedly, I'm sure I can manage to build them somewhere in Strathern, well, Upper Strathern, perhaps even Highland Perthshire. I don't know. So there we go. So anyway, lovely old parsley, isn't it? It's beautiful stuff. I love parsley. I do. And I love my rosemary, which is very fine potatoes. But, so that was the purpose of opening the camera. I'm sorry about this sort of dithy type upload, but that's what I wanted to show you. And as I say, that was probably a week's work to do that. And it was very difficult in the dim light in the house, and trying to find stone in the winter time, and you know, all the sort of problems you've got with construction, you know. I went over budget, just like Grand Designs. I went over budget. That's okay. Caused the bloody world recession because of Grand Designs. It's over budget.